Welcome to Mayday, everybody. Where has this year gone? It just seems to be flying by, especially in the current lockdown situation. Thanks for the great feedback from those of you who did feedback to me on the vitamin D segment I posted yesterday. It's a topic that I'm interested in to find more out about, especially with my own bone density situation and Jenny's issues last year. So the moral there is never stop learning. We had 34 at the whole body session last night, and it was great to see some parents again, although they all seem to have been mums, so I don't know what the dads have been doing. I'm not sure about the bottle Alana was using for weights in the session. It did look as though she was pouring it straight into Tracy's mouth at one point. For tonight's quiz, we will release the game code as usual, but I believe the best way for us to enjoy it is to use two devices. A mobile on which you can answer the questions, and Zoom on a laptop or iPad that Evie can share the screen to so that we can see the scores scrolling up. Please be ready to log in for about 5:20 so we can try and cover any issues people may have with the process. We're all still at the learning point as far as this is concerned, but we want to try and keep it as interactive as far as possible. So that's kahoot.com on the phones and zoom.com join the meeting on the laptop or other screen. As I've mentioned before, I'd also like us to join the Pass the Pool Boy, stroke hat, stroke fin, stroke goggles, etc. videos that have been going on. And I'd like to try and see if we can record something on Zoom and then edit it on our Sunday, at Sunday Stretch Down this week. So if you can all come with something to pass from our left to our right, even to the same person in the same room, providing they're out of shot. Work on your moves so that you will, as to what you will do with it before passing it on. Okay, you'll need someone to pass it to you from your left so that it appears in shot from your left, but obviously that person needs to be out of shot when we do it. It could be a car crash waiting to happen, but basically I'll call your name from the order you appear on my screen and when the previous person has thrown it, and I'll probably start it off myself, throwing from left to right. Okay, then we just have to see whether our IT genius of a chairman can do what we need to stitch it together to put it out to the wide world. All right, it may be we have to then redo something, maybe on you filming yourself on phones, etc. But let's have a go and see what we can do. Come and join the fun, please. 5:30 on Sunday evening. Once we've done the passing, what I'll do is I'll end the meeting to try to keep the file as small as possible, and then reconvene straight away for the stretch down to try and keep the video, as I say, as small as possible. And potentially, if you can come either in a costume or in your Burko top, that'd be brilliant. All right. Just before I go out for my run, I've already done an hour's PT this morning. I've finalised the fitness test, and I'll include it in the email to parents today. Essentially, it's 4 exercises: hand release press ups, a full range of motion sit-ups, step-ups or high knees, and chest to floor burpees. The first 3 exercises will be 2 minutes of best effort with 2 minutes rest between each one, and then 1 minute of chest to floor burpees at the end. As a base point, I'll ask the athletes and parents, if they want to join in as well, to take their resting heart rate for a minute and write it down along with a date. Your heart rate is always a good indication of your personal wellness. If it's raised above that at any point, it could be an indication of an illness pending, so as a sign to maybe ease off the exercise a bit and allow recovery. Then every 3 weeks on the CV day, we will revisit the test to see if people's numbers have gone up or down. And this is something we can continue even when we're back in the swimming pool. All right. I'll send everybody a template to put their figures on, and then return to me so that I can monitor it. Before and after each exercise, I'd ask you to take your heart rate for 6 seconds and write that figure down. It's just 6 seconds because we can add a 0 to it to round it up to a minute, because all the athletes are fit and their heart rate will drop very quickly, and we want the maximal figure. I hope that makes sense. but I'll explain it properly when we do the first test on Tuesday this week with the older group.